Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to all you folks on ESPN 790 here in Memphis, Tennessee, 92.9 HD FM. How about Brownsville, Tennessee at 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. And all my good friends in Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. And, of course, Bill Cooksey, that's your home station. I mean, you've
I have it on my truck pre-select.
There you go. And a great show lineup there at Jackson. We appreciate the folks up there, but appreciate all of our – and the TWRA for being one of our sponsors. Appreciate them. But this is the annual turkey show that we have on Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close in on 20 years on the air. And Bill would normally be in the studio, but he's not. He's at home in Jackson because we can't have anybody here but me, and the most important person is Shelby McCall because she pushes all the buttons over there and looks at me.
Larry, we've done the
plexiglass.
Show without you, but we've done it without you, but we hadn't done it without her.
You will not do it without her, okay? We will not do it without her. So appreciate her. Hey,
Y'all making me blush.
All right. No, I'm not even going to look up then. All right, our next two guests, longtime friends, not only this radio show but myself. The first person combines my two loves, and one of those is, of course, hunting and fishing, the outdoors. My other one is golf, and I've still said when I make that first hole-in-one, I'm quitting. Keith Hickman, okay, when I make it, that's it. I'm putting my clubs down and walking away. I've been playing 55 years, and I hadn't made one yet. But maybe
don't quit. Don't quit when you have one. You don't want to do that.
Well, I guess not. But anyway, our good friend Keith Hickman, he is the head pro up at Paris Landing State Park. But not only that, an avid turkey hunter, a member of the National Wild Turkey Federation, uppity up there in that area, but also part of an event that I was there at the Ground Roots. I think I'm still on the board of directors. No one knows it, but the big Hunting for a Cure out of Savannah and that area down there. And good morning, Keith. Glad to have you, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning.
And,
good morning, Bill.
And we have a sidekick for Keith, someone I think he knows, someone that Bill knows, and of course this wonderful person has been an ambassador for the outdoors in the state of Tennessee.
Who doesn't know?
Yes, the state of Tennessee. I'm going to say right off the bat here, okay? I'm there, and I'll probably get something, I don't know, but there are two ambassadors for the state of Tennessee that I look at. One is Bill Dance, and the other was Brenda Valentine. And you put those two persons together, and they have done so much for the state of Tennessee. So, hey, we're happy to have.
Bill Dance doesn't turkey hunt.
Thank goodness. No, we don't. But this lady does. So it's good, always good to have Brenda Valentine, First Lady of Hunting. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning, Larry. Thank you for such an elegant introduction, and thank you for saying such nice things about Shelley. It makes the ladies out there know how much they're appreciated and needed.
That's exactly right, and that is the fastest growing part of the outdoor industry is the women, and I think that there's no doubt that Brenda has been one of those persons that have led that charge. But we're talking turkey hunting this morning, so let me go ladies first here, Keith. Okay, because
good deal.
Because and we had Mike Giles on earlier in the show, Brenda. And I'd found a wonderful article that Mike had written about Brenda. Of course, I've written about her in the Commercial Appeal and other things like that. And he mentioned about her passing of her dad. And I thought it was really touching that Mike called it the gift. And, Brenda, I know when your dad passed, it's always hard for us to lose a loved one, but your husband told you to do a certain thing, right?
Well, yeah, sort of. That gift is that was a story that I wrote about it.
Yes,
I'll tell you. I'll make it a fast little story if that's something you think you want to hear.
I want to hear it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. My dad had been in failing health for a pretty good while, and I was filming a TV show for Bass Pro Shops. We were turkey hunting, and they called me, just, had a big gobbler strutting, and they called and they said, well, your dad has passed. And so we just shut it all down, and the camera crew went back to Springfield, Missouri, and we, took care of funeral arrangements and family gatherings and all the things, all the thoughts was turned off of turkey hunting at that time.
Yeah.
And so after all of the visitations and the burying and everything, that afternoon we come back, and there's just this emptiness. It's like,
sure,
what do we do now?
Yeah.
And so I said, I just want to go out in the woods and be by myself a while. And my husband says, well, you could go turkey hunting. And I said, that's exactly what I need. And I really wasn't caring anything about killing a turkey. I just wanted to go sit in the woods a while. But I put my vest and my boots on and grabbed my shotgun and took off to the woods. And, was just not really even calling, the most half-hearted calls, just out of habit. I guess I'd sit there and just yelp every once in a while, just something. And lo and behold, and this was a place I hadn't scouted or anything. It was just a nice, quiet place in the woods.
Amazing.
This big old gobbler just walked right up there, and it was as if my dad was telling me, "Go on,
yes,
it's all okay.
Yeah.
It's fine, and be at peace." And so, the story I wrote was called "The Gift," and it was like that was his last gift to me, was that turkey telling me that
it's all good.
Get outdoors, find your peace out there, that it's all going to be okay.
That's an amazing story, and I'd heard it before, but I wanted Brenda to say it on the air this morning because only she can tell what it was like. And I know Keith, we'll come back to you, then come back to Brenda. But Keith, I know you've got a gift too, in that you've been able to participate in this wonderful event in Savannah, Hunting for the Cure, and taking your passion for turkey hunting to an unbelievable what you guys have done. So tell us about, I know this year the event wasn't able to be held, but despite that,
we just felt like,
we
felt like it wasn't quite right. We didn't want to have the event and then people get sick. That was the one thing.
Yes.
And put a black eye on an event that had been such a positive. I've got the numbers because I knew you were going to ask. We're still raising money even though we haven't had the event.
Yeah.
We have a squirrel hunt. We have a motorcycle ride. The people in and around Savannah just band together for that event. But to date, $1.6 million has been raised for St. Jude.
Yeah.
And it's still going on. I mean, people donate. Natalie and I, my wife Natalie, we do it in honor of people, in memory of people when they pass.
Yes.
We, instead of sending flowers, we usually just send the Hunting for a Cure.
It's amazing
in their memory.
What you guys have done, even without the event, $1.6 million, and that all goes to St. Jude. And
100% of it, absolutely 100%.
And the thing about it, you guys bring in volunteers. You hunt kids every year from all over, and it's no telling how many killed their first bird right there, right, Keith? I mean,
absolutely. So I've been guiding kids from New York for the past, I think, about 8 years, and they just keep bringing kids from New York.
Well,
because a lot of people don't realize we take it for granted in Tennessee
yes,
and some of the southern states, but you can't hunt in New York until you're like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
So those kids can't even hunt.
And they come down here with Barney and Mike, the Davisons, and Hardin County opens it up. So let's talk about.
Hey, Keith, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there so it's on record. If in the future it gets rolling and y'all need somebody to come up and help, I am happy to do it.
There you go, Keith.
Okay, we'll hook you up next year, Bill, because unless something happens, something bad happens, we'll have we'll have it again in 2022.
And
sure.
you've had it for how long? When did we start that?
Well, the first year was 2005.
And we had what do we have, 10, 12? I don't know.
We had I think we had 10 kids,
yeah,
or 12
10,
maybe.
Yeah.
We raised $3,500. Yeah.
I was there. Man, it's amazing. And I know, Brenda, what's it about turkey hunting that you that really makes you want to do this? What's this thing that you like about turkey hunting?
You don't have enough time for me to tell all that, Larry. One thing I did want to comment on Keith's story was not only does that help the children that get to go, it helps St. Jude's, but it also puts a little bit better appearance on hunting and hunters to the general public.
Yes, it does.
The more people need to know about that, because sometimes we get maybe dim views from some media and some people out there.
We know where you're coming from. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this shines a light on true hunters and true conservationists as to where their heart is, and I like the whole program in that it's a win-win for everybody but the turkey. And
we hope that. I hear so many stories on that thing, and in my early days of being part of it, but that's the kind of the things that go on. Even though they didn't have it, they still raise money. And I'll put it to this, Brenda: when did you kill when did you kill your first turkey? You remember that one?
I don't remember the year. I'm terrible with these numbers and dates and stuff. It was in the 80s.
Okay.
But the quick, interesting thing about that is I hunted exclusively with a bow and a center fire sometimes, and so I decided I was going to take up this turkey hunting because Tennessee did not have a turkey season before that, and it's like, oh, man, I can do that, So I went and bought a box call, and I read the directions on the back.
Oh, you read the directions. Okay.
Yeah, well, I didn't know anybody that turkey hunted.
Okay.
I never, so I read the directions, and it says yelp 3 times and wait 20 minutes.
Okay.
It was kind of like taking medicine or something.
On.
So I went and sat down, and I yelped my 3 times, and I watched my watch until the 20 minutes was up, and then I did it again. I wasn't real successful for a couple of years, and I felt real inadequate sitting on the ground with a shotgun.
Yes.
That, to me, was just the most useless way of hunting.
Uh-huh.
So I took my climbing stand, and I climbed a tree, and I took my bow and arrow. I found a place where they was dusting and strutting in the middle of the day, and so I just climbed up in a tree, and I just shot one with my bow, and that was my first turkey.
Goodness gracious. Did you hear that, Keith? I mean,
I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Now, you probably use a 9-iron, wouldn't you, Keith? I mean,
Yeah.
Get you a new Volex lightweight ball, and hit them with that. But
it's just whatever works, and hunters are pretty creative and can figure out how to do it. So, if you have any woodsmanship skills at all, you'll figure out how to get the advantage that you need, and that just seemed to make more sense to me than sitting where I couldn't see very far and shooting with a shotgun I felt was inadequate.
Well, I tell you what, shooting with a bow is pretty adequate. I can tell you that for a fact. But, hey, we got Brenda, Valentine. Keith, before we let you go, I got to ask you quickly what's going on with the golf course. We got to ask you that. So, are you back in full swing yet? The weather?
Yeah, we're back in full swing. Golf, as you probably know, since you play a lot. I mean, golf has boomed.
Yes, it is.
Unbelievable numbers. We see people we've never seen before. Of course, we're rebuilding the hotel up here. It's on track to be complete by the end of this year. So, when we get it open.
Oh, man, yeah.
The sky's going to be the limit. I mean, it's going to be beautiful. Sits right on the lake.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah.
You need to bring your buddy and come on up.
I know it. I need to bring it, and I'll bring one golf ball because I don't ever lose them because I don't hit them far enough, So I might bring my bow along, too, just to make sure that.
There you go. We'll go turkey hunt.
In case Brenda's ready for me. Hey, I appreciate it, Brenda Valentine. Thank you, girl. Always great to have you on Outdoors, Larry.
It's always my honor.
All right. And Keith Hickman, thank you, buddy. We'll stay in touch, okay?
Thank you. Y'all take care now.
Let's take a break, come back and close this thing out with Ron Jolly. How about that? We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.